everyone, welcome to ADRAAsia's podcast, While on Earth.
Happy, efficient and productive.
I'm very passionate about young people.
Currently leading the disaster risk management unit department.
Over-19 is a long process.
Hello and welcome to another episode of While on Earth, the podcast run by ADRAAsia. Here in the studio with me is a good friend of mine, and his name is Santhosh from ADRA India. Santhosh,
Hello,
who are you?
Hello everyone. Hello Prabhuk. My name is Santhosh Pattar. I'm from India. I have been working with ADRA India since 2010. Before that, I worked in the church as an accountant for Spicer Memorial College since 2007. Yes, my half of my life I have been with ADRA India.
ADRA India.
Yes.
And what do you do in ADRA India, Santhosh?
I primarily lead the finance team at ADRA India, but I'm experiencing a new experience of leading the office as well. That's an opportunity which I'm learning and I'm enjoying.
How many staff do you have in ADRA India right now?
We have about 133. Those are the contracted staff. Besides that, we do have volunteers, close to about 120 more volunteers. So we are about 253 together.
Wow. Okay, so that's a big office.
Yes, it's a big office.
Right. Santosh, what are you passionate about?
I am very passionate about being a humanitarian.
Okay.
And I'm very proud to be a humanitarian.
Right.
Yes. This is a very simple concept that I developed during my initial career with ADRA India. ADRA, or the development sector, is a holistic sector. Many times you need to become an engineer to construct a shelter. You need to become a doctor to go and treat the patients. And you need to have financial management and other expertise to go and to deliver certain things. But when I see ADRA India or ADRA as a whole, it's a holistic thing. That kind of inspires me that I don't need to be an engineer to go and do a construction. I just need to be an humanitarian development worker who can go and do all of these things under one umbrella. Although my role is finance, but still I contribute to that aspect of it.
Right.
And I really enjoy doing it. I cannot say that in a different way of enjoying, because how can you enjoy when people are suffering? That's not what it means. I enjoy trying to bring the aid to the people in my own way, in my own contribution towards to that. So that is something that really drives me every day. Every day.
What was the turning point? Where did you start? Because I heard you saying that you were in Spicer, you then joined ADRA at a very young age, you know.
Yes.
So what was the turning point? What was the experience that actually made you feel you need to be in the humanitarian space?
Yes. I want to tell a little bit of story, if that's okay.
Go ahead.
I had difficulties initially, financially, with my education, and whatever I am, it's because of the church. And I always wanted to give back to church for what I was made. So I was very zealous from the beginning. I really wanted to do everything in the right way and contribute to it. But I couldn't do so much in those capacity in the college. And there was always something missing. And ADRA came along, which was not even planned. And I didn't know the sector so very well. But when I joined, when I heard stories, when I read things, that's when I really got connected to it. And I said, this is what I want to do, because my expertise was making a difference. So I was being content with what I was doing. So it was not for selfish purposes, it was more of trying to contribute. So that was actually a turning point, but it didn't happen overnight.
Right.
It came along.
Right,
Yes.
right. So I know that ADRA India is responding to some emergencies right now. So this is we are doing this interview in 2024, month of September, right? What are some of the challenges that you are facing when delivering aid?
Several challenges, not one challenges. To begin with, India is very vast country. It's a big country, a lot of people, and the number of NGOs has grown very small now, and the disasters that is happening, it's coming very frequent than how it used to be, and the needs are many for the people, and our resources are not so much, but we want to do as much as we can. And first thing is the resource mobilization, which is very difficult for us, because that's not in our control as well. We can do as much as we can, but not beyond that. And in terms of the disasters that was happening frequently in one places or one region, that has changed. Those regions are facing different types of disaster. The places where we used to have floods are going through droughts, and the places which we were having droughts are having floods. So the people were not used to that, and they were not prepared to embrace that, and they are experiencing this after many years. So they are not prepared for it, and they are not able to cope up with it as well. And we are able to study this through our anticipatory action plan as well. We are trying to find solutions, even resources mobilizations as well. We are trying to come up with resources throughout the year for the next year as well, and through anticipatory action plans. We are trying to work in Himachal Pradesh. That's where the cloudburst happens, and the rivers on the top region kind of comes towards the low-lying areas. We're trying to create the early warning systems there on the bigger lakes. The government is very receptive towards these things. They do not allow us to do the humanitarian aid, but they are very much welcoming us to do the anticipatory action plan. So we are trying to see and work and find solutions, and we try to go and work in a state where they are more welcoming, because the system is very different. Federal and the state level systems are very different. So we try to find solutions. We keep discussing, we keep dialoguing, and we are trying to keep up the level of ADRA towards to the government and other stakeholders. We are increasing that.
Right. Santhosh, when you started your career in ADRA, I imagine you were in the front line, distributing, going to the field. Now you are in a different level of management, let's say. Okay. How do you still stay in touch with the issues in the field?
Yes. I read a lot of reports. I discuss with the team. And when there are issues, it always comes out as well. And as I was saying, that NGO world has become very small in India, which means that the humanitarian workers also have left India. So there are no more experts and workers which used to work in the earlier days. So now we need to make a space for the new workers as well. So we share our experiences with the staff. even before. And we also have the tabletop exercises.
For training.
Training, yes. We train extensive training. We encourage team members to go to heat trainings and come back and share. And there are staff who come to TLL. They bring that lessons and they disseminate with the team as well. But for me personally, I read. I try to share the experiences that we had, and also we try to see how to deal with the bureaucracy and with the government, because these are the key things these days. Maybe humanitarian aid delivering could be mostly easy, but dealing with the bureaucracy, it takes a lot of energy. Yes, it needs strategy and it takes a lot of energy, and also we do have some of our church leaders who are in prominent positions, and we do take their support, and we do go and take advices from them. How is the health sector doing? There are board members. We involve the board members as well. We take advices from them and take support. In this journey, we cannot do this all by ourselves. We need to bring people and learn, discuss, go to meetings. This is how we grow, and we have to really learn how other NGOs are working. And the best, beautiful way to work on this is consortium. Bring the consortium, work together, and not just us, but also the field level NGOs, local NGOs, to build up their capacities as well. So that is something that we are working. But as a team, we are doing this.
Right.
Not just me, how we find solutions, but we work as a team together.
Right.
And we do an inclusive of all the team members in all of our work. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
You have a very passionate, young, energetic team that
Yes.
you are working with, right?
Yes.
So I know how passionate they are. But the flip side
Yes.
is that they will work so hard
Yes.
because they are also equally passionate like
Yes.
you, and they might end up burnt up.
Yes.
How do you ensure, as one of the main leaders in ADRA India, how do you
Yes.
ensure the safety, security of your staff while
Yes.
ensuring that they also don't burn out and
Yes.
they maintain a certain balance?
Yes, yes. Thank you for bringing this question. It's a very important question for us. We emphasize the Sabbath rest for everyone. That switching off from Friday evening to Saturday evening, we just don't do anything. We switch it off unless and until it's emergency response. If not, we switch off completely. We try to rejuvenate ourselves. We encourage the team members. It's not an enforce, but we encourage each other. By 4 p.m., it's actually 3:30 we should be shutting off. But by 4 p.m., all of us shut off. No matter what happens, we do not open unless and until it's emergency. We do work on emergency on Sabbath, but nothing else besides that. And we always encourage, we have always built up the second line, and we have trained them. So there is sharing of load. Like what I do, I also share that with somebody else as well. If not, we will not be able to move things. We have to keep moving things as an organization. Thus, the wheel has to keep running. So we have to let everybody do and share it with everyone. We do that. It's a culture that we have created in the office, and we have been successful. We complement each other. We respect each other. We talk. If there are issues, if there are burnt out issues, if someone expresses it, we ask them, please, let them take some leave and come back. Because pushing somebody when they are burnt out, it won't bring anything out of it. Rather, it would break other team members as well. That we have experienced it also. So we know the impact of it, and we know the signs, symptoms of it, and immediately we take actions. We talk, We do have a lot of wellness programs which are initiated by the HR in our office, which is enjoyed by all the staff as well.
Right. I have one more question to ask from you, Santhosh. If you had a superpower, what would it be and how would you use it?
I would really want a superpower of wisdom, knowledge, and I would make use of it to bring peace across everywhere. We are not living in good times, and the times has always been like this from the past. It has always been like this, but especially children, women, I would say children who do not make decisions for themselves are being really abused in various parts of our country, also in other countries also. I would really want them to be protected and their interests to be protected as well. And the environment, we have really abused the environment. We speak of resilience, but the resilience is not for the people with whom we are working. The resilience should be to the other side. It's because I do not believe in this development side of it. It's because we are talking of developing a country, but at a cost. And that cost is more than the development that we are speaking. So it's actually a loss when we really speak of development. That's a concept, simple concepts that I personally have. And I believe with wisdom, knowledge, and sharing that wisdom and knowledge with people is so important, so key. And sharing our faith, that is also very important for us. Yes.
Thank you for being on the show, Santhosh, and I hope you will make time to visit us again.
Yes, certainly. Thank you for hosting me. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in to our episode today. Please join us for the next. Bye for now.